If right now you are seeking or trying to build your dream life, I need you to know that your dream life will require you to work in tandem with it. We hear a lot of very beautiful and helpful messages online to fall into this acceptance and fall into this energy of letting go of the timeline itself, letting go of the results that you want to achieve, and really fall into this way of being that is really more flowy and patient. And that is so absolutely important. But there's also this very crucial part that you need to play in the process. You need to understand that there is still in the tandem your part to play. And your part involves, first of all, your mindset. I say it very often, but your mindset is so absolutely important in your life. It plays such an important role when it comes to you taking action, when it comes to you feeling some type of way about yourself and about your life. And it really has that big of an impact that if you have a mindset that is based on not believing in yourself, you're not going to bother trying. Or if you have the mindset that what you're trying to achieve is not possible and it's not achievable, you're not going to bother trying either. And when it comes to your dream life specifically, if you have the mindset that no matter how many steps you take towards your dream life is always at an arm's reach, you're never going to feel like you're getting there. No matter how many steps you take, because it always feels like something that is far away, that eventually I'll get there. Eventually I'll get there. Maybe in a year I'll get there. But then a year later, you're thinking maybe in a year, maybe in a year. So what I'm proposing to you is that at some point you need to make the decision. I understand that maybe right now when you look around in your life, you're not where you were projecting yourself. When you project yourself in your dream life, maybe you don't, that's not what you see in your life right now. But I believe that eventually you need to make that decision of, I have arrived. I am here. I have succeeded. And imagine a staircase that goes up to a plateau that is a circular shape. Imagine yourself that you're walking towards the steps. And like I said, if you always have the mindset that your dream life is at an arm's reach, every step that you take on the staircase, there will always be more stairs, because you never let yourself feel like you have arrived. You always feel like you're not there yet, and you're never there, and you never will be. So what I'm proposing to you is that when you go up the stairs, you consider yourself that, okay, I have arrived on the plateau. And maybe you're not in the middle of the plateau. Maybe you're really on the edge of it. Really, the staircase is right over here, and you're right here, and it goes like this. So you're right here on the edge. And when you're there, it could be very easy to tell yourself that, well, I mean, I'm not in the middle of the plateau. I'm not exactly in the middle of my dream life, really living it out. But what is important to consider is that even though you're right on the edge, you're right on the last step of the staircase, and you're just at the edge, you're still on the plateau though. You are. So that's what I mean when I say that eventually you need to make the decision. You need to decide that, you know what, I have arrived. And even if I'm right at the edge of it, I'm right in the beginning of it, and I'm not fully living out my dream life in its full entirety, I am still here. I have arrived. I have arrived at my dream life. And what that will do is that it will put you in a mindset that will allow you to push you forward, and you will be, the actions that you will take from that mindset will truly reinforce that belief, because you will start taking action as if you were living out your dream life, because that's what you're deciding. I am in my dream life, and I just need to continue walking forward while being in my dream life, and it will flourish even more than it already has. And some very important ways that, some very helpful ways that you can get yourself there is, take a second and imagine yourself in your dream life and ask yourself, what would I do? What actions would I do in my day? When I wake up in the morning, what is the first thing that I would think about? Would I think about my goals? Would I think about my projects? The things that I want to achieve? Would I think about how I'm proud of myself? I'm proud of myself for all the work that I've been doing. And would I feel, okay, yes, how would I feel? How would it feel to wake up in the morning in your dream life? Start implementing those things in your life. Start implementing those feelings, those emotions, the way that it would feel to live out your dream life. And start with also gratitude. Be grateful. Imagine how grateful you would be, and what would you be grateful for? And also, when it comes to the actions, like I said, ask yourself, what would you do? What would you do in your day? How would a typical day of you living your dream life would look like? And start implementing those actions in your life. Start implementing those habits. What kind of habits would you have? In the morning, would you have a morning routine? Is there a way that you want to structure your days? Would you have habits either for your mindset, for your well-being, or for your physical activity, and seeing your friends, for doing your projects? Really, all of those habits. Start to think about ways that you could already implement those habits in your current life today. And like I said, doing all of that will truly help you manifest your dream life. Take your dream life from what you're imagining in your head and making it exist in your reality. You have so much more impact than you think when it comes to getting your dream life. And yes, your dream life might very well involve external things, opportunities, a different job, a different lifestyle, but your dream life really starts with you. Because when you think about it, somebody's dream life, the concept of a dream life depends on each person. My dream life is going to be different than yours, and yours is going to be different than another person's dream life. It really starts with you. It starts with you, your passions, your desires, the way that you want to live your life, the things that you want to do in your life. And it's so important to be patient, absolutely, to stay open to opportunities. And again, there might be some external things that are required for you to get your dream life. But please, please, please remember that your dream life starts with you. It doesn't only start with your mindset and the actions that you take from it, but it starts with you, with your heart, with your passions, with your desires, with what you truly want to do. So for now, consider yourself that you are succeeding. Consider yourself that you have arrived at the plateau of your dream life. Embody your dream life before it arrives, because it starts with you. Your dream life starts with you.